Welcome to class. Tonight's little, let's turn this down again. So tonight's focus in regards to this conscious striving that we've been playing around with this term is about patience and timing. And last week we played with intuition and the trusting of the intuition and the guidance that comes through. And when you're working within this paradigm of conscious striving, that's probably one of the hardest concepts, is the patience and the timing. And it's something we really need to use that being aspect of, because when you're just being present and you're in the moment, it's very easy to allow things to unfold. But when you start to work with the energy of striving and attempting to get things happening and, moving towards a goal, then we don't have time to sit and wait for things to happen. But why patience and timing is so crucial in regards to this concept of conscious striving is the notion that we don't actually know what the big picture is. We don't actually know how things are meant to unfold and how things are meant to shift and change. And I was only speaking to a dear family member the other day about this, and something that was needed 7 years ago has just come into their sphere, and she's like, why did it take that long? But you can't question that why. There's lots of hypotheses as why you could say that, but the thing is, it came. And it came in the time that it was meant to come. And that's something that we have to find balance with, because when we are working with the striving energy, we are very aware of our limited time. We only have so many breaths. We only have so many hours in the day. We only have so many minutes. And so we feel when working with the striving energy that we have to maximize every moment to its fullest potential so that we are living the life as best as we can. And there is truth behind that, but how we fill those minutes and those hours is the important part. So if we're filling those minutes and those hours and those moments with a projection of the future and attempting to manifest that into our reality through willing it into being, we've stepped away from the intuition, and we've stepped away from being present with the messages and the receiving that we're meant to be receiving. And we've gone more into that pressure energy. So that's why this concept of timing and patience, because they're kind of the same thing, really. Not really. Timing happens in its own time. How well we deal with it has to do with our patience. And so that's what we're playing around with tonight, is that your relationship with time in general, and how you allocate your time in regards to your energy. It's almost like an energy audit tonight. So do you spend most of your time in that pushing energy, or most of your time in just being floaty and drifting and going from one thing into the other? Or are you aware of that polarity and the importance of bringing balance to it? And whereabouts on that spectrum are you? Because we need both. If we can't flow and be airy-fairy and operating, beyond the obvious, then we'll miss the messages. Sometimes we'll miss the signs. the coincidences and the spontaneity and the spontaneous kind of unfolding won't have magic to it, and will undermine the importance of that. And yet if we get stuck in that, we'll get so caught up into just going on this flow that we will lose the fact that we are a human being with only so many breaths. Because when that airy, fairy, beautiful ether energy has all the time in the world, because creation has all the time, but us as human beings don't. So that's why we still need to have that determination, bless you darling, and that real focus of how am I going to use this moment that I have now, you know, and to do that in a way that it is loving and nourishing, because that's what patience is. If you're feeling energized and you really want to push yourself and you've got a deadline to achieve it, but it's making you feel good and it's uplifting you and it's cultivating your energy, well, that's fantastic. But if you're pushing yourself to make a deadline, yet it's depleting you and you're too focused on that and everything else that sustains you falls away, then it's just a representation of where you are on the polarium. And you don't judge that, because it's life. It's just about developing the awareness. So that's what we're going to play with tonight. Where you are with patience and timing. So place your hands on your knees, palms facing up. And take a moment where you are doing nothing but being present with yourself. To enhance it, press your thumb and your middle finger together. The mantra for patience. And have a scan, just a quick scan through your life, just the recent life, just the last few weeks, few months, of the things that you really want to happen, but they're not quite happening the way you perceive them to be. And take all aspects, your work, your health, your relationships, your finances, your spiritual practice and growth, your mental health, your emotional health, the physical body. Scan it all. And then take a step back. Let the breath deepen and lengthen even more. And see if you can find within it reasons, messages, lessons, insights and awareness of why things are happening the way they are happening at the moment. And notice the shift that creates within the psyche. bring your hands together and start to rub them. Letting that sensation, that observation drift away as you focus on the warmth in between your hands, and come into the neutral mind by pressing the palms firmly together, resting the thumbs on the heart space. Prepare to open the class with the Adi Mantra. Inhale fully, exhale completely, and inhale to chant. Keep your hands there, exhale, and inhale for through where the intention is set. May I find reassurance, guidance, contentment and ease by surrendering into the patience that it takes to allow the divine timing to guide my life. May this happen more than ever before for the benefit of all. And exhale, then sealing it in with 3 rounds of Argarename. Argarename, Jigargarename, Sakarename, Sirguru Devinename, Argarename, Jigargarename, Sakarename, Sirguru Devinename, Argarename, Jigargarename, Sakarename, Sirguru Devinename. Inhale, keeping your hands in prayer position, reaching them all the way up to chakra of spirit. And then exhale, sweep either side of the body, palms facing up, resting the back of the hands on the earth and breathing.